Joseph O'Flaherty, president of the St. Kitts Nevis Trades and Labor Union, passed away Monday, May 6th, Labor Day, at the Jane Franz General Hospital after being ill for some time. Mr. O'Flaherty followed in the footsteps of his father, Fidel O'Flaherty, who himself was a unionist with the Trades and Labor Union. Leader of the St. Kitts Nevis Labour Party, the parent body of the union, Dr. Denzel Douglas, expressed his sadness at the passing of Mr. O'Flaherty.
In fact, although it was almost shocking to us, although we knew that he was not well, it put a dampen on our spirits. But with what is happening in the country and with people already mobilized, we had to pursue the plans for the march, and so we marched. As you recognized a moment ago, we paused in a moment of silence in respect of the loss of his life.
Deputy Leader of the Labour Party, Marcella Liburd, also expressed sadness at the Labour Union leader's passing.
I think he has made a great contribution to the union. He has tried in every way that he could. I myself had a personal relationship with him, and we always discuss union and other matters all the time. So I know that his heart is with workers, and so we are really today very sad to hear of his passing.
It was customary for Mr. O'Flaherty to address workers after the annual Labour Day march. That practice was delayed on Monday in respect for Mr. O'Flaherty, according to Dr. Douglas. Andre Huey, Skn Newsline. Droves of persons clad in red and white took to the streets of Basseterre to mark the 2019 Labour Day celebrations. The march is organized and spearheaded by the St. Kitts Nevis Labour Party and Trades and Labour Union, but it is seen by many as a Labour Party event. For Labour Party supporters, it's an opportunity to publicly protest the government and what they deem as poor management of the country. Placard-bearing persons decried certain actions of the government pertaining to socio-economic issues, and one of the more recent and topical issues, the construction of the new Basseterre High School on the aquifer. Opposition leader Dr. Denzel Douglas said the turnout at the march supports the Labour Party's view that the people are disgruntled with the state of affairs of the country.
The march, therefore, is a significant demonstration of the level of support of the people of this country, support with the public servants who have been victimized, dismissed, sent home, many of whom are still at home, receiving pay, but without the dignity of working. Many of them are at the workplace, but have not been given anything to do for years, receiving pay.
Deputy Leader of the Labour Party, Marcella Liburd, said workers in the country are being denied their rights by the government and are being victimized. She dismissed the argument that the Labour Party has hijacked Labour Day festivities.
Workers' rights. It's politicians by and large who take these decisions. So however you turn it, it's still a political decision. And a lot of it has to do with the philosophy of the governing party. We are saying that the Labour Party's philosophy is worker-oriented. And so it is very clear that when Labour is in, workers fare better. Workers are not intimidated. They're not afraid to speak. They're not afraid to talk, regardless of who they support.
Former Deputy Prime Minister Dr. Asim Martin, who was a part of the march, was also pleased with the turnout.
Well, it's a great turnout that we have today. Basically, it's the last Labour Day march before an election, and the people have out on the streets to demonstrate their frustration and also their solidarity with the St. Kitts Nevis Labour Party.
Meanwhile, Labour Party candidate for St. Christopher I, Dr. Jeffrey Hanley, chimed in on the Basseterre High School issue.
I stand for a brand new school, but we are saying that the brand new school should be built on the old site, because all of the scientists' reports would have come back indicating that it is a safe area for any sort of construction.
Labour Day in St. Kitts Nevis is usually observed on the first Monday in May. I'm Andre Huey for Skn Newsline.
At Nagico, the things that matter to you matter to us. Like knowing you're covered when your house gets flooded, getting your settlements quickly and fairly when a fire hits your home, and making sure your business can keep going even after an accident happens on site. At Nagico, we're about much more than just insurance. We're about the big things and the small things that mean everything.
How does it feel when you got that feeling? You got the flavor you love. How does it feel when you know you're not dreaming? There is nothing above. So good when you're feeling nice. So good it tastes just right. So good the place to be. So good it's KFC.
How you feel when things come together? How you feel when everything nice? How you feel when you're up on your ends with your friends? Everybody holding a vibe now. How you feel when things come together? How you feel when everything nice? How you feel when you savor the flavor, the feeling you get when you taste everybody?
So good when you get that meal. So good is the way you feel. So good any time of day. So good is what you say. So good when you dance all night. So good it tastes just right. So good the place to be. So good it's KFC.
In today's world, so many ordinary businesses pass themselves off as something special. But what's really special is what you're looking for. Don't settle for anything less. Inspiring women to be their own kind of beautiful. Offering a comfortable place to shop for quality products and excellent service. We have everything you need. Looking for fashion? We have top quality jewelry. For makeup? We have them. Black Opal, Revlon, perfume, and much more. Lucky Cosmetics Hair and Beauty Supply Store. We carry an extensive collection of hair and beauty products to look your best. We are located at the Circus Taxi Stand, Bastyr, St. Kitts. Call us at 869-466-7541.
Meridian Medical Pharmacy is the best place to get your pharmaceutical products. We make filling prescriptions easy. Our well-stocked pharmacies are ready to serve you. Check us for medical supplies, skin products, supplements, and so much more. Ask about flu vaccines. At Meridian Medical Pharmacy, we are focused on offering a professional, personalized pharmacy experience. Our service is personal, compassionate, and friendly. Located at our state-of-the-art medical facilities at the corner of South Independence Square Street and Adlam Street, downtown Bastyr, St. Kitts. And now we have a new branch on Frigate Bay Road in the Sugars Complex. Call 465-5096 and 465-3306 or email pharmacy@meridianmedcons.com. Visit Meridian Medical Pharmacy today and experience professional customer care and fast prescription fill-in service. Meridian Medical Pharmacy. While the Labour Party observed Labour Day with a march through Bastyr, the Governing People's Action Movement, PAM, held its May Day family event at the party headquarters in Bastyr. Azad Gums is the Assistant General Secretary of PAM.
May Day, you know that the people of the People's Action Movement, we usually come to the headquarters here and we celebrate. This morning we had the breakfast prepared by the women's group. Very delicious breakfast, I must say. And now we had lunch. We just had lunch, and we now have activities. We're going to have a hat fair in the evening. We're going to have small acts. So we invite persons to come out. I mean, it's been a very busy day. As you can see, Andre, persons are buzzing. We had to come in the small room because of the crowd and the noise. So it's a very hyped day for us. We're celebrating and we're action-packed and ready.
Mr. Gums reiterated the party's view that Labour Day is for the workers and not for any political organization.
Political parties, especially the Labour Party, has used it as a day for celebration of their party. But we all know that it's a day for workers, and we here at the People's Action Movement celebrate it as a day for workers, all workers, regardless political affiliation, to enjoy themselves and it's a day of relaxation, a day of enjoyment for them. All of us are workers, and we do deserve that right to celebrate our rights as workers. So that is what the day is for, celebration of rights. Whether they want to take a political stance as the Labour Party has, is their right as well, but we believe that the day is for workers generally.
Meanwhile, Mr. Gum said that the Team Unity government, of which PAM is a member of, has accomplished much for workers, especially civil servants in St. Kitts and Nevis.
St. Kitts and Nevis has always been a progressive nation. I think that we don't have much issues as it relates to workers' rights. I think that we are system, as you said before, as has been said, we have the rule of law. We are number one in the OECS. I think that the rights of workers have been well established. I would like to say too that the judiciary has established even more rights for workers in deciding that the SRO that was passed in 2014 has been null and void and unconstitutional. I look at it from not really government in that sense, because we know that the state consists of 3 arms and the judiciary is an equally important arm. And so through that standpoint, we can see where now civil servants can engage in political activity.
Andre Huey, Skn Newsline. The University of the West Indies Open Campus on St. Kitts will be hosting a 3-day workshop entitled Training Media Workers in the Effective and Proper Use of Social Media. The workshop will be held on May 14th to the 16th, 2019 at the Ocean Terrace Inn in Portlands, starting at 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. each day. Ms. Cicely Jacobs is the program coordinator at the University of the West Indies Open Campus in Bastille.
The purpose of the workshop is to introduce media workers in St. Kitts and Nevis to the effective and proper use of social media and the platforms that we now exist. Because social media is pervasive. It's not just news anymore. It is everything.
Ms. Jacobs disclosed that the workshop will be facilitated by 2 very experienced Caribbean media professionals.
We have 2 very experienced facilitators who will be joining us. Mr. Wesley Gibbons from Trinidad and Tobago will be here, and Miss Anika Kentish from Antigua. Mr. Gibbons boasts of being in the media in this profession for the last 35 years. He's a professional journalist and is very well trained in communications and training, and is a trained facilitator. Miss Kentish is a little younger, but as experienced, with a great amount of experience, having worked in the media, both print and electronic media.
Local media professionals have been invited to participate in this workshop, and Ms. Jacobs noted that especially young media workers are expected to be in attendance.
We invited as many of the young media workers and first of all we thought journalists, but they're more than journalists now, we are media workers. We're looking particularly at the young ones, and we sent out invitations to the major media outfits. And we are waiting to hear back from them. We'll soon be calling them to confirm that they'll be sending at least 1 person. We hope to cater for about 50 persons altogether. And at the end of the 3 days, they will be issued a certificate provided they have attended all 3 days for the full duration of the day. And that certificate of participation will indicate their exposure to new techniques in the effective and proper use.
The workshop is being carried out by the UNESCO Cluster Office for the Caribbean with the financial assistance of the International Programme for the Development of Communication. It is being facilitated in close collaboration with the St. Kitts Nevis National Commission of UNESCO. Head of the UNESCO office in St. Kitts and Nevis, Mr. Antonio Maynard, disclosed that UNESCO developed a protocol for the proper use of social media, which will be used as the main document for the training. Mr. Maynard stressed that news organizations based in St. Kitts and Nevis, like others, must adopt a mobile-first model or risk becoming irrelevant. He said they must continuously adapt, experiment, and anticipate what's coming next to be able to produce impactful broadcasting. To strengthen his point, he noted that during the passage of Hurricane Irma, a radio broadcaster was forced to take the initiative in utilizing the mobile phone to continue broadcasting reports of the hurricane after the broadcasting station was struck by the storm and was unable to operate as normal. The UNESCO rep pointed out that mass media in St. Kitts and Nevis, and even within the entire OECS region, have become widely pluralistic, as media houses are no longer run solely by the governments in the region. As such, there is a need to develop media professionals who will be able to operate efficiently and effectively to get the news to the public both regionally and internationally via broadcasting and/or electronic media. The workshop is within the framework of UNESCO's program and budget for 2018-2019, especially the Communication and Information Program. promoting freedom of expression online and offline, promoting all aspects of the safety of journalists, advancing diversity and participation in media, and supporting independent media.
Want to promote your business or event to a vast, growing audience? Then advertise with Skn Newsline and get a comprehensive package for our advertising services. When you advertise with us, we promote your business or event on multiple platforms, both online and offline, including our sister radio station Voice of the Caribbean Radio, our Facebook pages, and affiliate networks and offline marketing. That's effective, creative, and unprecedented. Simply put, we offer what our competitors don't at a really affordable price. So visit our office on Central Market Street, Basse-Terre, and speak to one of our knowledgeable and friendly sales representatives, or call 765-7254, 668-9013, or 665-7496. Get your message out on Skn Newsline and our affiliate network of marketing tools. Marketing done creatively.
Why read the news when you can watch it? Introducing Skn Newsline, the Federation's only online TV news platform. Skn Newsline is an online TV news platform covering news in St. Kitts and Nevis. We provide a daily and accurate news on the big stories and stories of interest that other media outlets have ignored. You can watch Skn Newsline on our website, www.sknnewsline.com, or Facebook page at www.fb.com/SKN Newsline, and also subscribe to our Skn Newsline YouTube channel. Skn Newsline, your world, your news.
Get up mornings with Carl D. Springett on Voice of the Caribbean Radio, Monday to Fridays, 6 a.m. to 9 a.m. Be energized from the spoken word, daily blessings, black facts, health tips, divine connections, kingdom happenings, weather, SRN news, and more, with star-studded interviews and testimonies and practical principles to help listeners do what the mantra proclaims. Get Up Mornings with Carl D. Springett from Faith Walkins, Love Talkins, and Joy Livings. Get up and be energized with Carl D. Springett, Monday to Fridays, 6 a.m. to 9 a.m. on Voice of the Caribbean Radio at voiceofthecaribbean.net. Get up mornings with Carl D. Springett.
Online radio has never been this great. It's Voice of the Caribbean Radio at voiceofthecaribbean.net. Tune in for Caribbean music and programs, news, sports, entertainment, vibrant discussions, and much more. Tune into programs like Get Up Mornings with Carl D. Springett, live on weekday mornings. Let's Talk St. Kitts and Nevis with Andre Huey, the Caribbean News Hour, and The Quiet Storm with Magic Man. Tune in to great music to inspire you each day, only on Voice of the Caribbean Radio at www.voiceofthecaribbean.net, or on our Android mobile app in the Google Play Store. Just search Voice of the Caribbean. We're also on TuneIn Radio. Voice of the Caribbean Radio, reaching the Caribbean and beyond. Check our website for program listings.
Now you can have Skn Newsline on the go. Introducing Skn Newsline Android mobile app. Search Skn Newsline in the Google Play Store. Download the app free and stay up to date with TV news in St. Kitts and Nevis in the palm of your hands. With this app, you can watch your news reports, watch our live news feed on Skn Newsline TV, engage with us and other app users in the chat room, look at our special features, send us news tips, and call us directly. It's news on the go. The Skn Newsline Android mobile app. Download it free today. For a record 7th straight time, the Esgrave Newtown United senior women's team have won the Elvis Star Brown Women's League. On Friday, the team from East Basse-Terre clinched their 7th hold on the title after defeating Flow 4G Keon Rockets 2-0 in Game 1 of the final series. The winners had already defeated Keon 7-0 earlier in the week in Game 1. scoring for Newtown, Zanaya Marshall in the 48th minute and Kishanta Mills in the 68th minute. Newtown's coach Tyrone Sadler said after going in goalless at halftime, he had to remind the girls to play the Newtown way and not take Keon lightly.
I told them that I think we was thinking about we don't win the championship before the game has been played. You know, so I just tell them we have to go out and second half, settle down and play Newtown style of football. You know what I mean? Control the ball, pass the ball, then we get our opportunity to put them away. And they seem to do that in the second half.
Newtown played most of the match with 10 players after their star striker Caroline Springer received a second yellow card in the first minute of stoppage time in the first half, and then eventually 9 with an injury to one of their players. But Coach Sadler said his team stood up to the challenge.
Yeah, we was down to 9. I mean, 2 of our better players was out, one on the red card, one get injured. You know what I mean? And we went in the second half. At half time I told them we have to be mentally tough and we have to go out there and play for Liranja and Timac. And they listened and take heed and we went out and we played.
Meanwhile, coach of Keon, Tyrone O'Loughlin, said his team played much better in Game 2 but did not have enough to overcome Newtown.
But it's just that they couldn't hold out at the last maybe from 60-something minutes. So, because you know the Newtown teams are fitter teams, so I guess the girls are getting a little tired and not so they just couldn't hold out. But they do a much better job on the defensive line.
Meanwhile, General Secretary of the St. Kitts and Nevis Football Association, the SKNFA, Stanley Jacobs, said women's football in the Federation is developing and that this season was a success.
Special congratulations to both teams tonight. That is Escrave Newtown and Flow 4 GK and Rockets. I believe that we had an excellent finals. It came down to 2 games and the eventual champions, Escrave Newtown. Congratulations to them. I believe that Flow 4 GK and Rockets playing in the finals, I believe, for the very first time, gave a good account of themselves, and they too must be congratulated. I want to congratulate all the teams that participated in the Elvis Star Brown Women's League for 2018-2019. Football in St. Kitts and Nevis is still a development process. We're still on the learning curve. But we continue to build the game. We continue to build the women's game. We continue to invest in the women's game, and it can only go from strength to strength. So again, we had a very successful Elvis Star Brown Women's League. We now look forward to the regional competitions. We have the Under 14 Women's Challenge Series, and then we look forward to the CONCACAF Under 20 Championships, and of course the Olympic Women's Qualifiers.
The General Secretary also noted that with the recent exploits of the senior women's team on the regional scene, the future of women's football is bright. He noted, however, that while there is more work to be done, women's football is heading in the right direction. As the SKNFA National Bank Premier League 2018-2019 season wounds down towards the Super 6 playoffs, 4 teams picked up crucial wins on the weekend. On Sunday night at the Warner Park, defending champions Rams Village Superstars fended off Atiba Harry St. Peter's 2-0. Kimari Rogers and Kimari Robin were the goal scorers for Village in the 72nd and 90th minutes, respectively. Coach Stephen Clark of Village said he had to make some adjustments in the second half as his players were making too many errors in the first half. In the second of Sunday's triple header at the Warner Park, Flow 4 GK and Rockets edged Fastcast Saddlers 1-0. Vince Roy Nelson scored the lone goal for Keon in the 20th minute. Assistant coach of Keon, Jasper Buchanan, said this result is a sign that Keon's form is improving at the right time.
Like I said, we were struggling from the first round and the second round. We begin to patch a lot of things that didn't work in for us. We begin to have a lot of the senior guys them start to come back. A lot of not so much injury as how we used to have it before, that we can't get back a starting 11 and making so many changes. The win tonight, I think we're positive. We're positive from me, as the assistant coach, and for the coach, we okay with it. That is a step that we're willing to get more points, so make sure that you fast yourself into the 6.
Meanwhile, Saddlers captain Junique Eddy said his players gave it their best shot, but were just unable to find a positive result.
We had an unfortunate situation in the first half where the keeper made a brilliant save and he tried to make a double save, but it was a 50-50 challenge, and the attacker for Keon was able to tap it in, and from there it was an even match. We had a lot of chances, and unfortunately we weren't able to put at least one to get back on the score sheet and to ultimately get something out of the game.
Saddlers are tied on points with St. Peter's for the 6th and final playoff spot, but are ahead on goal difference. Also on Sunday, Skn Newtown United drubbed Mantab 5-1. Orlando Mitchum scored in the 45th minute for Newtown, Dejon Isaac scoring 2 goals in the 50th and 84th minutes, and Ramsville superstars Loney Devon Elliott scoring 2 goals in the 80th and 89th minutes. Sylvester Alexander once again came to the rescue for Mantab, scoring a consolation goal in the 14th minute. On Saturday, Saul Island Auto Supplies Connery FC defeated KFC Old Road Jets 1-0. Kadeen Lewis scored in the 87th minute. And finally, Hobson Enterprises Garden Hotspurs defeated SL Horswood St. Paul's 2-0. Giovanni Lake scored both goals for Spurs in the 55th and 62nd minutes. Coach of Spurs, who was also former coach for St. Paul's, Austin Huggins, said the adjustments he made at halftime produced the right results after both teams ended the first half 0-0.
During the first half, we created a lot of opportunities. We didn't capitalize. So after the interval, we came into the dressing room and we talked about the chances that went a begging, and we tried to get them more focused and to get them in the frame of mind to get the ball in the back of the net.
St. Paul's player Kendall Liebert said his teammates need to play better, as this is the second successive 2-0 loss in the Premier League for St. Paul's.
I think there's some individual plays going on the game. Actually, I mean, we were down 2 goals, and in the last 20 minutes we had some easy crossing, easy tapping for the striker or the midfielder running in. So we have some players who are still playing selfish, and we need to get them to be playing in one team, because it's one team, one dream, and if we ain't playing in that, then we would be losing game all the time. That's simple. It's a team game. So I think that is what cost us the game tonight.
Football action continues this week with Division 1 Final Four playoffs on Tuesday and FA Cup semi-finals on Wednesday at the Warner Park, with the games beginning at 5 p.m. Tuesday and 6 p.m. on Wednesday. You're watching Skn Newsline TV live on sknnewsline.com.